That really.
And you are originally from state, which state?
क्या मारे ना इसे। एक लाइट बंद कर दो, येलो वाला या व्हाइट वाला कुछ भी। येलो वाला रखो, व्हाइट वाला बंद करो। चलो ठीक। ये डार्क है ना। आई कैन सिट लाइक दिस maybe। हाँ ये क्वेश्चन बना दिया आपने?
See you. See you now.
Right. Right. I sit like this, huh? Yeah. तो ओके, मुझे तो आपसे ही बात करना है वैसे ऐसे मतलब।
ठीक
हम्म, तो नेट बहुत लैग कर रही है शायद। हम्म, ओके। हरे कृष्णा समयम।
है।
थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन टुडेज क्लास। तो कैसे लगा आपको लास्ट थ्री क्लासेस एंड व्हाट यू लर्न फ्रॉम देम? अच्छा, बिफोर स्टार्ट दैट लेट अस डू अ स्मॉल कीर्तन। हाँ, पीछे बस एक छोटा सा कीर्तन करते हैं, फिर स्टार्ट। हाँ, दोनों एक नहीं है, अलग है। लेके आ सकते हैं क्या दूसरा प्लेयर? पता नहीं कौन यूज कर रहे हैं इसको, कोई पता ही नहीं है। छोड़ो। जय राम। जय कुंज बिहारी, जय माधवा, जय कुंज बिहारी, जय माधवा।
जया कुंज विहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जय वल्लभा जय गिरवरधारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जननन्दन
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जननन्दन
यमुनातीरावनचारि
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 जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज विहारी
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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा
प्रभु बदा प्रभु बदा प्रभु बदा जय प्रभु बदा
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
पहले तुम लोग को डेटाबेस रेडी करने के लिए किया तुमने कुछ
डेटाबेस तो उस कॉल करेंगे तब ना होगा यूपीएस का।
नहीं हाँ वो
तो
डेटाबेस तैयार करने के लिए बोला ना एक्सेल में किया
मतलब तो यूपीएस कॉल करना होगा ना, तो आज नहीं किए हम लोग, प्रोग्राम के दिन ना कॉल करेंगे।
मैंने बोला डेटाबेस तैयार करने के लिए एक्सेल में गूगल शीट्स में
अब कौन इंटरेस्टेड है कौन नहीं, वो
एक लिस्ट है नंबर्स का
हाँ
कहाँ पे है ग्रुप में नहीं है
नहीं
शीट में
शीट में,
कौन सा शीट में
एक्सेल शीट में लिस्ट रो बनाए।
कब
आप एक दिन बोले थे इसमें ना।
आज सुबह मैंने बोला तुम्हें याद है कुछ
हाँ
वो किया कुछ
नहीं,
क्यों
बोला आज ही का मतलब कॉल करना है।
तुम्हें समझ क्या आता है? उनको बुला लेना एक बार, पूछो उनको एक बार क्या किया, ठीक है? सो थैंक यू वेरी मच संयम. तो like for doing a class na, it is very needed, very much needed speaker and a listener. So even the speaker is there, but there's a Bhagavatam. How the Bhagavatam was spoken, uh, a great listener like Parikshit Maharaj, and a great speaker like Sukadeva Goswami. In their combination, Bhagavatam came out, which is the main. कॉल करके पूछो एक बार उनसे बाहर जाके. So for every for the knowledge to come out, speaker, the listener, these two are very important. That is why in our shastras, if you see everywhere, you will see these combinations. Somebody is talking with someone,
Right.
right?
Interaction.
It is all interactions only, right? Why interactions? Why can't you just tell the sutras? No, because unless the speaker and the listener both are there, knowledge cannot be revealed. And even Krishna will not, well, Krishna also reveals in the heart of a devotee who is asking for it. Right? Brahma is asking for the knowledge of the Lord.
Mhm.
Then Krishna revealed it in his heart because Brahma is asking for it. So Krishna transferred it. So this is a very important thing in spiritual life. If you want to really get knowledge, um, we have to be a proper listener and you have to approach a proper speaker, मतलब qualified speaker you can tell. समझ रहे हैं? So because of by this combination, a wonder happens, right?
Right.
By this combination, a wonder happens. So how this wonder takes place in this material world? When you ask for it, when you have a question, right? So well, there are so many living entities, there are so many species in this material world, but very few species can ask the question. And what are those species?
Humans.
Human species, right? Higher level of entities may ask or may not ask, but it is not easy to get the solution. And for low level entities, they don't have that strength or they don't have ability to ask for the solution or to ask the questions. So human life is best to ask the question. So the knowledge will be revealed to him who has the questions. So the final thing is, yeah, proper speaker is needed, proper listener is needed, and how can you say that a listener is proper, a speaker is proper? What are the qualifications they need to have?
Basically, who is the master who is teaching, he should be bona fide,
What does it mean, bona fide?
genuine.
What does it mean, genuine? How do you know that he is genuine?
Basically, he knows your answers.
How does he know the answer? Yes, that's correct. But how does he know the
He has
answer?
read scriptures and Vedas.
Is it enough to read the scriptures to get the answers?
Maybe he has perfect knowledge.
Why? How he has that knowledge?
He has gotten from his guru.
How? What is the qualification? Well, how he will get? Just now we have.
Listening. He has to be a listener.
Yeah, but when do we listen?
When we have questions.
Yeah, simple. You understood?
Yes, yes.
So the point is, the teacher himself has asked the questions to his teacher, and he got the solutions. Right? So that is the qualification. So whoever has knowledge, they all have asked the questions in their life. So now the student, when the student is qualified,
When he has surrendered,
why he will surrender?
because he has questions.
Bas. It's all about questions, right? The teacher has asked the questions and got the answer, and the student has the questions, right? That is the ideal combination you will see in the material world also. Like if you see the teacher, some classes it is like boring. अगर आप कितना भी बोलेंगे बच्चे बस बैठे रहेंगे, सुनते रहेंगे, देखते रहेंगे, ऐसे कुछ मतलब लिख दिया कर दिया हो गया बस खत्म. But if somebody like if somebody is really habituated for a lively class, it is not easy unless the students, because here the teacher's responsibility is, मतलब कलयुग में एक्चुअली क्या होता है, टीचर का रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होता है, यू हैव टू क्रिएट द क्वेश्चन इनसाइड द स्टूडेंट्स because the student is ignorant,
Yes.
right? So now the student, see, हम कितना बार टेक्निकल क्लासेस सुने थे मतलब कॉलेज में ऐसे, we don't know what we are studying actually. We just go and sit in the class. Why? We'll just sit, listen what teacher is teaching. You don't have really question. मतलब मेटलर्जी में क्यों हो रहा है ऐसे,
Right.
पॉलिटिकल सेंस में, मतलब why like
Concept basically.
क्या गलती किया सोनिया गांधी ने जिसके कारण उनका गवर्नमेंट, मतलब मुझे नहीं पता पॉलिटिक्स में
Yes.
क्या होती है. आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग, मतलब वी डोंट हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ, आई एम नॉट सेलिंग दिस पॉलिटिक्स. We don't have any questions, right?
Right.
So what happens? We don't question what does IAS, what does civil service want? Matlab, why do they made this training? What are the expectations? Finally, we'll listen to the answer in the interview. Do you,
Yes.
you will expect this, right?
Yes.
The interview will ask, do you know why you are reading all these things? Then we'll think, I don't know why I'm reading all these things. To say frankly, the syllabus is so much that you never ask why I'm reading it. You are just busy in completing the syllabus. We never ask the question, right? We don't never try to understand the spirit of the exam. Well, because we know that एग्जामिनर इतना थोड़ी बुद्धिमान है that वो स्पिरिट एकदम समझे, ऐसे कुछ होता है. तो आजकल ऐसे ही हो गया. So I don't know, material life, the student is also like that and teacher is also like that. But in spiritual life, it is completely different, right? So the questions are very important. Unless you have the question, you will not get anything. So teacher का एक additional responsibility आ जाती है that you have to create the question inside the student. It can be wrong. Correct?
Yes.
Before also, I think it might be the case, but in Kali Yuga, it is like nobody's interested to understand anything. Because why? Because they don't have problems. Is it right? They don't have problems.
They have problems.
Then why they don't ask the questions? Why people don't ask the questions?
Maybe they are students. They don't believe. Maybe. They
Hey,
don't believe sense of God. I think.
So,
Many of the
but questions asking the question, God is not needed, right? The question is basic. Why am I not getting success? Why others are, I am also studying and others are also studying, right? But they are getting success and I am not getting success. So how is it possible? Right?
right.
Have you asked that question anytime?
Many times to me.
What the answer you got? We never waited for the answer,
Yes.
I guess, right?
Yes.
We just get depressed that I'm not getting success, or
Destiny problem.
huh?
This is destiny according to me.
I don't think somebody will think that it is destiny also.
Hmm.
They will just see the results. But there's so much attachment to the results. You cannot ask the problem. You cannot ask the question. When you are too much into the results, you cannot really ask the question, right? So to क्या बोल सकते हैं, to ask the question, we should not be attached to the results. If you are too much attached to the results, you will be एक तरह से आप क्या बोल सकते हैं, in those waves होता है ना, happiness, sadness,
Entangled.
success, failure,
Failure.
fame, disfame. So like this, these waves, na, they will come, and not just one wave. Thousands of waves are coming together and क्या बोल सकते हैं, interpolate. What will call?
वर्कफुल
हाँ
वर्कफुल
नहीं, मतलब they'll add, they'll subtract. मतलब this happens, right? I don't know what we'll call it. So all these combinations will happen, and finally, you are not in a state to ask the question, because just for asking this question, so why what Krishna does, he will give big problem. जैसे बड़ा वेव आया, राइट, वो आपको इतना नीचे लेके गया वो वेव आपको, दैट यू विल नेवर, मतलब जो नॉर्मल वेव्स है ना, वो टच भी नहीं कर पाता, छोटे छोटे हैप्पीनेस भी टच नहीं कर पाते. सो दैट टाइम फाइनली यू विल आस्क द क्वेश्चन, राइट, अरे व्हाट हैपेंड टू मी, व्हाई. एंड दैट टाइम आल्सो there are so many facilities in this material world. You can go to drugs. Actually drugs na, so many people, they don't take after problem comes, they just take because of friends, just for fun, like that, just they'll just get habituated, right? So itna bada problem aane ke baad, so that is why to ask the question, one is attachment should not be there, and second one, you should follow the regulative principles. What are those 4 regulative principles? क्या बोल सकते हैं, क्या है?
नो मीडिएटिंग
No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. So once these 4 you are taking, even though you are attached to results or not attached to results, it doesn't matter. Attachment to results comes in passion, but in ignorance, no attachment, no nothing, मतलब you are like dead person. No life is there inside you, right, to wake you up. Because जब आदमी उठेगा तो उनको कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा, जब आदमी सोया रहेगा तो उनको क्या इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा, राइट. So he is in ignorance. So most of the time we'll be in the whirlpool because of passion, and we'll be sleeping because of ignorance. So finally we don't ask any questions. So when you try to overcome this passion and ignorance, when you try to overcome this passion and ignorance, then you will start getting the questions. Why I am able, matlab, I remembered in my 4 years of BTech, I asked one question at the end of the 4th year. I clearly remembered now also. I think that is a farewell day. Farewell day नहीं, डिपार्टमेंट में फेयरवेल हो रहा है, ऐसे कॉलेज में तो नहीं हुआ. उसके बाद I came down. I have a lot of dissatisfaction inside me, right? Lot of dissatisfaction. So I was asking myself, why I don't help anyone. That is what I asked. I was asking my friend or somebody. I was asking my teacher, I think, why I'm so selfish. Matlab, I'm a topper. I am a gold medalist in BTech. So what I got at the end result, complete dissatisfaction. I did not help anyone. मतलब helping means is not like, and I remember, मुझे याद था एक इंसिडेंट हुआ था. मेरा एक्चुअली क्या होता है, एक सब्जेक्ट है, उस सब्जेक्ट में द क्वेश्चन पेपर इज ऑलवेज सेम. एवरी ईयर द क्वेश्चन पेपर इज सेम, चाहे मिड एग्जाम हो या फाइनल एग्जाम, तो यूनिवर्सिटी से आती है वो पता नहीं हमें. मिड एग्जाम जो इंटरनल एग्जाम होती है, उसका क्वेश्चन पेपर हमेशा सेम है, एंड यू कैन नेवर अटेम्प्ट इट कम्प्लीटली. तो इतनी लंबी पेपर होती है, और उसमें फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स भी होती है. बस फिलिंग द ब्लैंक्स को आपको सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं है, पिछले साल का पेपर है, बस रट के चले जाओ, राइट. बट वो भी कोई नहीं करता एक्चुअली. वो रटता भी नहीं है कोई. एग्जाम जाने से पहले डोर के पहले उधर इसका आंसर क्या है, इसका आंसर क्या है, ऐसे ऐसे हालत है एग्जाम से. पता है क्वेश्चन पेपर कौन सा है,
कॉलेज लाइफ है.
हाँ. तो अब क्वेश्चन आंसर तो होता नहीं है ना, आंसर तो तुम्हें पता नहीं है, तो टीचर के पास जाना पड़ेगा, सेम टीचर है, तो टीचर इज वेरी सिंसियर. इफ यू गो ही विल टेल. He is very 70 years old, होता है ना, rules and regulations, he has so many.
Right.
तो I went before 10, I think 4-5 days before एग्जाम, मतलब होता है ना प्रिपरेशन डे ऑलवेज, उसके बीच में मैं गया था, सारे आंसर मुझे पता है. तो जैसे जाने से पहले मेरे फ्रेंड ने पूछा, अरे इसका आंसर क्या है, तो देन माय हार्ट इज बीटिंग, इसको आंसर बता देंगे तो ये आ जाएगा कॉम्पिटिशन में आगे. मैं बता नहीं सकता हूँ, राइट? आई डिड नॉट टेल। अब क्या हुआ? अब वो सेम क्वेश्चन आ गया। अब मैं लिख लिया आंसर। अब मेरा हार्ट धड़कन और ज्यादा हो गया। अब क्या है, अब मैं क्या बोलूंगा इसको? इनको पता तो चल जाएगा मैंने आंसर लिख दिया। देन मैंने बोला, मैंने अब एग्जाम हॉल से बाहर आया। देन मैंने इनको बोला, अरे उनका नाम नहीं लूंगा चाहता हूँ, अरे मुझे ना एग्जाम में याद आ गया। अरे मुझे तुम्हें याद नहीं है, मुझे एग्जाम में सोल्व किया, आ गया, मुझे सोल्यूशन आ गया मुझे एग्जाम में। उसने ऐसे देखा, ठीक है चलो बढ़िया है, अच्छा है। ऐसे होके चला, उनको समझ, मुझे पता है, ही नोस माय इंटेंशन, राइट? ही नोज दैट आई डोंट वांट टू टेल। ही गॉट अपसेट, ही वाज सैड। चलो ठीक है, फाइन, एंड ही लेफ्ट। So I can remember that feeling now also, right? So so many times, out of passion or ignorance to chhodi do, out of passion we do this kind of things, and which will create complete dissatisfaction inside us at the end, right? अब मैं क्या करूंगा गोल्ड मेडल का? कोई कौन पूछेगा मुझे गोल्ड मेडल आया कि नहीं आया? But I lost a relation, right here, right? And if you are only continuing with material world, sometimes you may not understand what is the problem with this dissatisfaction. But if you are entering into spiritual world, you will clearly understand dissatisfaction is there means you are not able to progress. You need knowledge for progressing, and knowledge you will get, then you will get satisfaction also. So the point is, I asked this question at the end of the fourth year, that why I'm not help, why I'm so selfish. I was helpless. I am not just selfish normally. I was helplessly selfish. समझ रहे हैं? मैं चाहता हूँ करना है, बट माई बॉडी आर, आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज नॉट अलाउइंग मी इनसाइड, दैट आई नीड दैट विक्ट्री, आई नीड दैट विक्ट्री बोल सकते हैं क्या, मतलब
Achievement.
जीतना चाहता हूँ। आई वांट टू विन ऑलवेज। सो इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड ना, टू विन you have to do something like this, right? मतलब it is not that you have to go follow rules and regulations, because see there is no rule that you have to tell your friends.
Right.
Why I have to tell? The rule is that you have to prepare. He did not prepare. That's it. But if you go according to these rules and regulations, na, you may win, but you may not get satisfaction, right? And you may not get the relations. So the point is, finally, I'm just telling. I have questions, right? I got that question. So this, and I think if I were not that person, if I were not getting that question, I might not have taken Bhagavad Gita, I think. बिकॉज दैट क्वेश्चन वाज सो स्ट्रॉन्ग। होता है ना, एक अंदर से वो क्वेश्चन ना मुझे खा जाती है, राइट? जैसे एंजाइटी होती है वो आदमी को खा जाती है, ऐसे दैट क्वेश्चन ना, इट वाज रियली, खाना मतलब क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? इट वाज ईटिंग मी, राइट? इट वाज ईटिंग मी फ्रॉम इनसाइड. So I want answer for that badly, but I don't know where I can get the answer. That is when devotees come. Devotees will come and give Bhagavad Gita, and we will see that, we'll listen to the lecture, and we'll understand that here answer is there. I'm getting satisfaction from this, right?
Yes.
So that is how the wonders happen. That is the causeless mercy of devotees, right? That is why we are eternally grateful. We cannot pay the price that somebody has given Bhagavad Gita, somebody introduced Bhakti, somebody has helped you in Bhakti, in growth, and somebody is taking you very actively in Bhakti. You can never pay the price. समझ रहे हैं? That price you can never pay. The best price you can give is you preach others. That is what his desire also. I helped you, you helped others. You help others. That's it. So finally, okay. So the thing is the questions. Unless you have questions, it is impossible to go forward in spiritual life, right? So now there are different levels of questions also. ठीक है? तो चलो ठीक है, let us start our session today. So today's session is discover lasting solutions. So now you can see the figure, I guess. So here, what are you seeing here? What are you able to see? तीन images है. उसमें क्या दिख रहा है आपको? What is the meaning of this?
One man is stressed. Here.
One man is stressed, he is suffering. Another man is happy. तो एक मिनट. हाँ क्या हुआ? लिंक तो आ गया ग्रुप में.
हाँ अभी left and right side.
अच्छा हाँ.
On the side, the middle.
What is the middle one?
It is a sign of infinity or something.
Yeah, it is infinity. That's correct.
Yes.
Sign of infinity is there. And what else it is there?
Cycle of life, birth and death.
Okay, बहुत अच्छा है. Cycle of birth and death. And what is the significance of this infinity?
It is never ending.
Yeah. Cycle of birth and death is
Never ending.
it is never ending. It is birth, disease, old age, and death. They are happening continuously. Right? Audio disconnected. So birth, old age, death, and disease. They are happening continuously. Right?
Right.
So why it is put to guess why? Can you tell? When we'll get this kind of situations?
When we have that mode of passion.
नहीं वो तो ठीक है but normally मतलब क्या problem हो सकते हैं guess करो. Just guess.
Maybe he lost someone.
He lost someone.
Yes. Or
Maybe he lost the job.
Maybe lost the job.
Maybe he lost the interview itself, or maybe money, security.
Anything.
Some loss is
Some loss
there,
is there.
and he is not able to go forward in some problem.
Yes.
मतलब solution. एक मिनट. अरे अरे क्लास में हो, मैं थोड़ी देर में कॉल करता हूँ. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा. कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे. हरे राम राम राम. हरे कृष्णा. Okay. So the point is, बंद हो गया क्या पहले? देखा क्या?
मतलब मेरे में तो नेट ही नहीं चल रहा है.
ठीक है चलो. तो मैं क्या बोल रहा था? अरे yes. So he has this kind of problems, but the main problems be shown here.
Yes.
What are the main problems which we don't think only, right? Let us see. That is what the main theme of this lecture. And we'll see some modern science, how it is trying to offer some solutions, and how they are temporary, and how this Vedic wisdom can give a permanent solution. So first we'll see real problems of life, and then some temporary solutions which science is offering, and the permanent solutions. Okay. So real problems of life. So if you ask someone what are the problems, he may say something like this: no job, family problem, no money, not handsome, something like this. Mostly the student will get this kind of problems, right? So the question is, are these the real problems? But what is a real problem actually?
Real problem.
Real problem. What is the difference between a problem and a real problem? So in your language, you don't need to see this. Normally, I'm just it's not there in this.
Yeah.
I'm just asking normally. Oh Krishna. Temple hall से माइक लेके आओ. a listener is proper, a speaker is proper. What are the qualifications they need to have? Tanyam.
Yes.
So, can you just keep it here? This one. Charge. Like that. Charge. Charger in.
Basically, real problem is that one, uh, that thing which we know that there is something real, there is real problem, but we don't hanker about it. Really, like example death.
Okay.
We know that death is there, but we don't put a lot of effort about thinking that.
Okay.
That is,
Okay.
normal problems are basically they are there, but we put a lot of effort that in these problems, and they are temporary in the sense. For example, there is that he has no job. So this problem is lesser than the problem of that death. This is also a problem. He has no job, and death is there. This is
Okay,
also
you are saying that there are two kinds of problems.
yes,
So, but problem is a problem, na?
yes,
Job is not there.
yes,
Death is you cannot stop death.
right.
So problem to problem hai. So then how you can say it is real and
But we
not
don't
real?
questions. We don't put question in real problems about real problems. We do.
And that is fine.
This is the problem. We don't question.
But when you question it is not a real problem. Yeah. When you don't question it is a real problem. So when you start questioning, then what will happen? It is not a real problem.
But we can get relief some relief from that problem.
There are two, well, these kind of problems are there. And another problems are this death. You get, let us example,
Mhm.
some death you are saying, right?
Mhm.
So now, well, how I understand is, I can say, when during these problems, why these are not real problems? That is the question, na?
Yes, sir.
Why these are not real problems?
problem.
Because you can question when the problem comes. You have strength to question. When death comes, you cannot question. It already came, right? So these are the problems. Like Arjuna. Arjuna's what is the problem? He was not dying. He was in anxiety, right? So he could question that time. Why am I in anxiety? Matlab, I'm saying that the real problems of life, when they come, na, you don't have any strength to face them. You cannot question them at that time, right? But these problems, na, they will give sample एक तरह से of those uh, problems. What are the problems in life? You can say like that.
Mhm.
So there are four real problems and there are three kleshas. Okay, we'll see this later. Four real problems: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. What are these? Janma means birth, Mrityu, death, Jara, old age, Janma, Mrityu, Vyadhi, disease.
Disease.
So these four things are the four real problems of life. So now there are three kleshas: Adi Bhautika Klesha, Adhyatmika Klesha, and Adi Daiva Klesha. Right? So these kleshas we call them as sufferings. So right. It is told in Bhagavad Gita, Matra Sparshas tu Kaunteya, Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada, आगमा पाइनो नित्यास ताम स्थितिक्षस्व भारत। द वर्ल्ड, मतलब जैसे आपको समर एंड विंटर सीजन्स दे कम, राइट? So like that, happiness and lamentation, they come in this world, right? So, um, so what you need to do, एक तरह से क्या बोल सकते हैं, ताम स्थितिक्षस्व भारता, you need to tolerate without getting disturbed, right? Tolerate without getting disturbed. When you do that, what will happen? Knowledge will come, right? So in one way, these kleshas, they are helping us to get the knowledge. What is the knowledge actually? What kind of knowledge you are going to get? Let us say you got some knowledge that you get out of that suffering, or you are क्या बोल सकते हैं, detached from suffering at least, right? You are able to understand that जैसे पापा चिल्ला रहे हैं, बहुत दिक्कत हो रहा है, बट आपको समझ आया पापा क्यों चिल्ला रहे हैं. पापा he is himself is suffering. That's why he's crying. Yeah, he's shouting because he lost his wife. You lost your mother, but he lost his wife. I'm just telling normal.
Yeah.
So then that is why he's shouting. So initially you may be sad, but after you understood that he's shouting because he is in the pain of his wife, then you will understand.
Right.
You will not really feel bad when you hear is shouting, right? So knowledge, yeah, you could understand, you could come out of the suffering. समझ रहे? तो कहाँ घूम रहे हैं थॉट्स में, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. एक बुक रखो, लिखो जो हो रहा है, दैट विल कनेक्ट यू विथ योर सेल्फ. अदरवाइज जीवन इधर से चला जाएगा. मैं बता रहा हूँ, कितना भी भक्ति करे टाइम पास हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं होगा. राइट, आई राइट माई सेल्फ, तो प्लीज बिकम हम्बल एंड स्टार्ट राइटिंग. ठीक है? So you understood, but this suffering, it is opening your mind to the reality.
Right.
What is that reality? There are 4 problems in the reality that you cannot solve yourself. समझ रहे हैं? This you are able to solve maybe with some presence inside you. But that also will be solved by yourself only.
Right.
But you don't even know that problem are there, because हम ये जो temporary problems ने उलझा हुआ है, right? When you are able to tolerate this, then what will happen? You are able to understand what are the real problems. अभी मतलब we'll see. Otherwise हमारा पूरा जिंदगी इन्हीं problems के पीछे खत्म हो जाती है. समझ रहे हैं?
Right.
So that is what happens. So I'm just going. There is a definition for real problem here, but it's common to all. Nobody wants it. Nobody can avoid it. And actually, 4th one also you need to understand. Nobody understands this. These real problems, right? So those 4 real problems we have already discussed: birth, old age, death, disease, and death. Right? So when you get the sense of these 4 problems, what will happen in your life? If you know the story of Buddha, क्या हुआ बुद्धा के साथ?
He was born in the family of a king.
Yes, he was a royal family. He was born in royal family. Then what happened?
And I know that when he was born, some astrologer said to his father that don't put your son outside this palace.
If he puts, what happens?
He will become a monk.
He will become a monk and he'll leave the kingdom. Right. So what he has done? His father
arranged all the
facilities inside, everything.
Every pleasure.
Gautam Buddha, before he was Gautam, na?
Yes.
Gautama. I think Gautam Buddha, he doesn't know anything about suffering.
Yes.
He doesn't have any kind of disease. He doesn't have, if somebody has disease or fever, then he will not come near to the Gautam Buddha.
Yes.
Right? Because Gautam, let us say Gautam. I think पहले का नाम क्या था उनका? Siddharth. So nobody goes near to him. No old man is there inside. Nothing is there, right? Everything is so happy, so fresh, something like this. तो one day क्या हो, एक शादी हो गया, बच्चे भी पैदा हो गए. तो अब the father was thinking, अब तो कौन रोक सकता है? एक पत्नी के साथ इतना खुशी में है, उसको कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता है। देन गौतम बुद्ध ने क्या हुआ, बाहर गए एक बार अपने ड्राइवर के साथ, जो घोड़े की गाड़ी होती है
Chariot.
उसमें, चैरियट में।
हम्म,
देन क्या हुआ, तब पहले क्या देखा उसने, एक आदमी को देखा
हम्म,
जिसने बीमार था। तो गौतम बुद्ध ने बोला रुको, क्या हुआ, इसको रोड के बगल में देखा तो ये आदमी बीमार है। बीमारी क्या होती है, मतलब बीमारी क्या होती है, मतलब क्या बीमारी मुझे भी आ सकती है क्या? हाँ आ सकती है इधर। देन ही इज गोइंग लिटिल फार, लिटिल हैंड, एंड क्या हुआ था वहां पे, एक बूढ़े आदमी है, ओल्ड एज। तो देन ही हैज सीन, ये आदमी ऐसे क्यों जा रहे हैं, इनको अंदर ताकत क्यों नहीं है? तो क्योंकि ये बूढ़ा हो गया, उनके अंदर ताकत नहीं है। तो क्या वो बुढ़ापा मुझे भी आता है? हाँ आएगा आपको भी। ओके, देन ही इज गोइंग लिटिल फॉरवर्ड। देन क्या हुआ था,
dead
एक
body.
डेड बॉडी को चार लोग लेके जा रहे हैं। देन ये क्या हुआ इनके साथ, ये क्या हुआ इनके साथ, देन दे टोल्ड ही इज डेड। तो डेड क्या होता है, तो आप चला जाएंगे, शरीर छोड़ देंगे। अच्छा क्या ये शरीर छूट जाएगा? यस, ये शरीर छूट जाएगा। तो क्या मेरा शरीर भी छूट जाएगा? हाँ मेरा शरीर भी छूट जाएगा। और थोड़ा आगे जाएंगे, एक क्या बोल सकते हैं, पेन और बुक लेके आओ ना। क्या बोल रहा था मैं,
Birth. Then next thing is stop.
नहीं बात तो नहीं, हियर मॉन्क इज देयर, मॉन्क इज देयर। तो ही हैज सीन, हु इज ही, अरे ये कौन है, ये ही wants to solve the problems of his life. What are the problems? जो आपने देखा था पहले, वही वही प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए ये इस रास्ते में आगे बढ़ रहा है। ओके, आई अंडरस्टूड, थैंक यू सो मच। यू प्लीज गो बैक, इन्फॉर्म दैट आई माय फादर आई विल नॉट गो बैक, एंड आई आल्सो वांट टू प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व द problems of my life. So these are our existential problems, to say frankly. These are our existential problems. The other problems are imposed on us. समझ रहे हैं?
Hmm.
Other problems are not really problems. They are just imposed on us, because why you need a girlfriend? Because you are seeing somebody else has a girlfriend. If you don't know that गर्लफ्रेंड इज देयर, कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है। बचपन में हमने, हमें तो पता ही नहीं है गर्लफ्रेंड होती है।
Right.
हमारे स्कूल में तो हम तो नॉर्मल है, हम ठीक है,
Hmm.
हम थोड़ी रोए थे ऐसे। तो सुंदरता के बाद हम रोए थे मार्क्स के लिए, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज क्राइंग फॉर मार्क्स, तो वी आल्सो क्राइड फॉर मार्क्स। सो दीज प्रॉब्लम्स ना, they will be imposed from outside, they will not come from inside, they will not be like craving, you are not engaged from inside, right? They are just covering your knowledge and creating some artificial problems. But when these layers of coverings, when they leave you, when you leave these layers of coverings, then what is the real suffering inside? मतलब what is really क्या बोल सकते हैं, stopping you from your eternal freedom? लाइक होता है ना एक बर्ड, बर्ड को क्या बोलते हैं, पक्षी, पंछी। एक पंछी को पिंजरा में बंद कर दिया आपने, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? सो दिस सिचुएशन विल कम, this situation will come, you will be able to feel this kind of situation when these four problems are there: birth, disease, old age, and death. You will understand that, matlab, how can we say this, that you are uh, highly conditioned. You will be able to experience that you are highly attached to this body. What is the real attachment to this body? Real suffering of the that body can give, you will see. Matlab, uh, how can I say this, that this temporary problem, these are imposed on us, right? That's what we have seen.
Yes.
But These four problems, they will make us understand that
They are hampering our eternality. That eternal nature.
yeah, you can say that they
Yeah,
are hampering our eternal nature. I just want to tell one word that you will be able to directly see that um, there's a birth there. Let us take birth. At the time of birth, you will take darshan of God. That's what is told in Shastras. birth के समय इतना सफरिंग होती है, जीव जब प्रार्थना करते हैं, भगवान स्वयं आ जाते हैं एक तरह से दर्शन देने के लिए। तो और जीव को प्रार्थना कर भगवान को प्रार्थना करती है, क्या बोलती है, मैं आके अपना भक्ति करूंगा, राइट? दैट इज व्हाट ही टेल्स। सो but later we'll forget that because of these illusions, whatever illusions are there, because of these illusions, these are not problems actually, these are some illusions, and इसी illusions के चक्कर में what will happen, we will ask the real questions of our life, right? So एक तरह से why these are real problems, because you can say that they will give the experience of the मतलब that time you will be able to leave that entire attachment to the body, but still you don't have any solution for that time, right? So we'll see more about this problem. I'm just trying to explain more detailed way, as real problems is in knowledge. So knowledge, when somebody gets the knowledge, he will be able to experience that these are my real problems. ये चार चीजें हैं, वो मेरा real problems है, right? So I'm not going inside मतलब how this birth is giving you lot of suffering. मतलब hungry worms, they will torment the child, and when the mother moves, that will shake you a lot. And mothers, जैसे gastric fire के कारण आपको एक desert जैसे feeling आ जाती है, and you are cramped in a small packet in the darkness. That is birth, right? So you are like completely helpless. मतलब दिस प्रॉब्लम जैसे होता है ना, किसी एक बच्चों को किडनैप करके छोटे मतलब बंदी, अच्छा आजकल मतलब होता है ना, जानवरों के लिए दिखाते हैं, जानवर को बस ये जैसे हैंड मुर्गी मुर्गी को बस एक छोटा सा बोन में केज में डाल देते हैं, उसका जीवन भर खाना देते रहते हैं, और फॉर दैट पीपल आर रिएक्टिंग सो मच, राइट? द सेम थिंग वी एक्सपीरियंस एवरी टाइम वी टेक बर्थ, right? It's like intense suffering. But the main thing is what we forget. That is the मतलब we don't get the experience of that. मतलब होता है ना, थोड़ा सा भी दूरदृष्टि होगा, some problem comes, we react, that's fine. But थोड़ा सा भी दूरदृष्टि होगा, अच्छा आगे ये situation मुझे आने वाले हैं, that illusion it doesn't go away at all. हमारे अंदर से ना वो illusion कभी जाती नहीं है. So what is our मतलब मेनली इन स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ इनिशियल लेवल, जब हम स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में आते हैं, इनिशियल लेवल में हमें हम क्या करना चाहिए? वी ट्राई टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस इग्नोरेंस. समझ रहे हैं? यू ट्राई टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस इग्नोरेंस एज वेल एज पैशन. Then what will happen? Slowly the knowledge appears, and what is that knowledge? That you are going to see the real problems of your life. Not at that time. When death comes, you are seeing that it is a big problem. Not that. You will be able to see that problem now. Real problem is you will be able to see it every time, right? जैसे होता है ना, एग्जाम है, एग्जाम कुछ बच्चों को एग्जाम के 2 दिन पहले तक वो प्रॉब्लम समझ नहीं आता है, कुछ बच्चों को शुरुआत से समझ आ जाता है, इनके अंदर थोड़ा सा दूरदृष्टि है, उनके अंदर बिल्कुल नहीं है, राइट? सो इफ somebody is, you can say, proper, a human being, a proper civilized human being, so what does it mean? He is aware of the 4 problems of life: death, old age, birth, and disease. So these 4 problems he has complete experience, and doesn't want to enter into those experiences. So whatever time he has, he will be using it to solve these problems. समझ रहे हैं?
Yes.
So realizing the problem when the problem comes, that is not really big thing, right?
Too late.
Because when the problem comes, if these normal problems, this anxiety Arjun के अंदर आया, that is a normal problem that will help you to question. Ask any questions. Okay, no questions asked. You will get the result. Simple. So similarly, so if you want to, if you are saying that you are in a knowledge, what can you say? अरे गौरव सुनाई दे रहे? आवाज आ रहा है ना गौरव? ओके ओके फाइन. सो क्या बोल रहा था मैं?
No
नहीं,
questions asked.
जी प्रभु जी.
You cannot ask the questions. Yes, 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 Lord. You cannot ask the questions at all. Anything. So the person who is in knowledge, he will be able to understand that these are the real problems. He will have experience of these problems now also. That is the main thing. Okay. So when you reach that level, that time your bhakti will be spontaneous. You will not, nobody has to force you to come to Mangala Aarti, to read Bhagavad Gita, to chant your rounds. Nobody has to need to force you, right? You will do everything spontaneously. And 24 घंटे आप उसी के बारे में you are thinking about the solution. How can I get out of this world, right? So till the time we will be suffering with the ignorance. We are right now, we are suffering with ignorance. When you come out of ignorance and when you get the knowledge, then you will see real problems. And then automatically you will do bhakti. Okay. So old age, disease, I am just going forward. Okay. This is all we have seen. But we know already what is disease, what is death. That's why I want to tell. This death is very important thing. Indeed, O Garuda, when the hour of death approaches, then by chance a certain disease rises up its head. The organs grow weak, troubles start showing their powers, as if all of a sudden millions of scorpions have stung the person. Skanda Purana, and you can read.
In that diseased condition, the dying person's eyes bulge due to the pressure of air from within, and his glands become congested with mucus. He has difficulty in breathing, and there is a rattling sound within his throat. Thus he dies most pathetically.
So there are three miseries. So what we have seen, death. Understood, right? These are,
Yes.
we'll see more about this. So three kinds of miseries are there: headache, stress, depression, body pain, suicides. They are related to our own body and mind, and others living entities, insects, the fights with others, bacterial diseases, animal attacks, all these things due to natural disasters, floods, tornadoes, drought. These three kind of things are. This is first one is called as आध्यात्मिक, मतलब sorry, because of her, आपको पता होगा शायद,
Own body and mind. Yes.
own body and mind, and then आदि भौतिक, and then आदि दैविक, right? So these three kleshas are there. So these are little explanations. I'm just going forward. तो आप लोगों को पता ही है, ठीक है? So science gives temporary solutions for all these things. मतलब I don't want to discuss much about this topic because ये तो आप लोगों को पता ही है, मतलब already they have enough knowledge. Main thing is if somebody is going for the solutions of the science, right? For some temporary problems, beauty, like you will see actually some problems, na? to show one thing. जैसे how different problems are solved by modern science. White hair, old age, wrinkles, back pain, stomach pain, use painkillers, and breathlessness and death, use oxygen tubes. So these signs can provide only superficial patch-up solutions. See, everybody knows that science cannot increase your age for eternity, right? इतना तो हमें पता ही है. But scientists are promising that we can increase your age. That's what they are promising. तो क्या हो सकता है वो increasing age? मान लो कभी इसी अचीव भी कर लिया किसी ने, तो 100 साल जीने वाला आदमी 110 साल जी लेगा या 120 साल जी लेगा. बट फाइनली व्हाट वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इज दैट क्या बोल सकते हैं, 10 साल के बाद तो मृत्यु आएगा ना एक तरह से. सो ये मेन चीज है एक्चुअली, राइट? Science can give patch-up solutions, and people who are believing in science, they want superficial solutions. They don't want permanent solutions. Like let us say, कोई बूढ़े औरत मेकअप करेंगे तो वो सुंदर दिख जाएगी, राइट? शी वांट्स टू बी इन ए, मतलब होता है ना, इसके कारण क्या है, दूसरे आदमी को ये सुंदर दिखेगी, दूसरे आदमी देखेगा इनको, दूसरे आदमी लाइक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट शी गेट्स हैप्पीनेस, राइट? सो एक इल्यूजनरी हैप्पीनेस होती है, तो एक इल्यूजनरी हैप्पीनेस में हम जीना चाहते हैं, राइट? फॉर दैट इल्यूजनरी हैप्पीनेस, मतलब यू डोंट वांट टू वर्क इंटरनली, you want an external things and you want to solve the problem, right? But you cannot um, superficially solve these problems. एक तरह से these 4 problems ना you cannot solve superficially.
Permanently.
हाँ,
Will not solve.
you cannot solve, but permanently तो है, but superficially also
Yes, yes.
you cannot solve, because these problems comes inside, right? Superficially
They will give only a temporary satisfaction. Like you give the example of that old age woman. So she is getting happiness, you say.
you don't need knowledge to solve these problems. Let us say you don't have a girlfriend. If girlfriend comes, your problem is solved, right? A superficial problem,
Yes.
right? A temporary solution. So superficial, yes, we'll go onward. So ठीक है, मतलब ये था patch-up solutions, and the reality is completely different. Okay, so so now one reality, one story, now how to get out of this. So how a gentleman behaves in this world of problems, right? So now क्या बोल सकते हैं, जैसे एक स्टोरी था, एक आइलैंड था, मतलब एक आदमी है, वो राजा का बेटा है, तो वो क्या है, एक बार वो जा रहा था इसके लिए, क्या बोलते हैं, हंटिंग. ही वाज हंटिंग एंड देन सडनली ही फेल इनटू ए बिग वैली. ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा वैली है, और वहां पे वैली में गिर के इसके बाद वो मतलब होता है ना, मूर्छित हो गए. अब उसके बाद वहां पे जो भी लोग रहते हैं, वो लोग मतलब पहाड़ के लोग हैं, तो वो लोग आके इनको लेके चले गए, और उसने जैसे उठा, उनको लगा वो मार देंगे इनको. तो उन लोगों ने बोला नहीं नहीं नहीं, हम मारने नहीं आए आपके. तो आज का डेट है 31 दिसंबर. एवरी ईयर ऑन दिस डे हमारे भगवान ने बोला आपका नया नया किंग आएगा. ठीक है, तो ऐसे बोल के, ठीक है, तो आपका ओके ओके, तो फिर इसका मतलब आप मुझे नहीं मानेंगे, तो नया किंग, आप 1 साल के लिए हमारा किंग रहेंगे. अच्छा, 1 साल के लिए आप हमारा किंग रहेंगे अभी. तो उसने बोला ठीक है. तो उसने मिनिस्टर, अभी 1-2 दिन हुआ, फिर उसने अपने मिनिस्टर से पूछा, तो मैं अभी राजा हूँ, तो मेरे पहले भी कोई राजा होगा, तो उसका क्या हुआ? तो मतलब हर राजा का स्थिति मतलब क्या है, 1 साल राजा रहते हैं, और आखिरी दिन जो 31 दिसंबर के मॉर्निंग क्या करते हैं, उनको बगल में एक आइलैंड है अंडमान निकोबार, जहाँ कोई नहीं रहते हैं, उसमें भेज दिया जाएगा. ठीक है, तो वी विल लीव देयर, दैट्स इट. एंड we'll select a new king. So now, okay, अच्छा इसका मतलब क्या है, एक साल के बाद मेरा स्थिति भी यही है, राइट?
Right.
तो अब मुझे क्या करना, अब ये राजा क्या करेगा? व्हाट ही हैज टू डू? अंडमान निकोबार में कोई कुछ है ही नहीं,
Yes.
एंटायर एम्प्टी लैंड, नथिंग इज देयर, हवा है बस, पेड़ है, और कुछ नहीं है। जाएंगे तो मर ही जाएंगे।
Mhm.
नाउ व्हाट यू कैन डू देयर? So what this king was doing in this 1 year, he used all the facilities in this kingdom because he's a king. He can do anything.
Yes.
वो खुद एंजॉय कर सकता है,
All the
या he can send all the resources to अंडमान निकोबार,
demonic.
राइट? तो what he has done, he created different facilities. एक फोर्ट बनाया और वहां पे फैसिलिटीज बनाया, और मतलब अलग जीने के लिए जो भी चीजें जरूरत है, और एक रास्ता बनाया वहां पे, तो ताकि कभी जरूरत पड़ेगा तो वापस आ सकता है इधर, एक रास्ता भी बना लिया उसने। तो ये सारे बना दिया। तो एक तरह से ना हमारा सिचुएशन भी ऐसे है, वी नो द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ लाइफ, हमें पता है डेथ आने वाला है, राइट? बट इफ वी आर नॉट प्रिपेयरिंग आवर सेल्फ फॉर द डेथ, then we are like a foolish king who is just enjoying this life for 1 year, and then he will die alone. But if he is a intelligent king, then what he will do, he will take care of the responsibilities. But it is not just this na,
Mhm.
he will not just take care of the people, he will take care of himself also. Later the same people will leave you. It is like this, right? So it is so miserable condition, nobody can help you. So what you will do, you will prepare yourself for the next life, whether it is eternal or temporary, whatever it is, you will prepare yourself. So how that preparation cannot be done by science, by using science and technology. Science and technology can give only patch up solutions, right? So if you want to really prepare yourself for the next life, what you have to do? So the wise and foolish. So wise person, how they behave in this world, they have firm faith in God, and foolish, they'll not have faith, and lives life according to laws of God, so that he will take care of us. Eat, drink, and marry. That is the philosophy of foolish. Remember the temporary nature of this world, so that you will not get attached to this. And here, he forgets the temporary nature and he enjoys sinfully, not caring for the future, and follows regulated life. And yes, envious of others, lives can be lives an unregulated life. Okay, so this journey, na, like it's like a train journey. One person leaves, but we don't know. When
Strangers.
we don't understand actually that we also will live like that.
Or
We are just thinking
strangers.
that everybody is going, everybody is leaving, but we will stay forever. That's what we think. Okay, so yeah. Since everything is temporary, so I am just coming to the solutions. 7 बज गया, अच्छा 1 घंटा हो गया। So I think it is clear. We should meet. Now, the permanent solution is that Vedic wisdom. So when you really get out of this temporary problems, right? क्या बोल सकते हैं temporary problems means, मेरे पास जॉब नहीं है, मेरे पास गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है, मेरे पास अच्छा कपड़ा नहीं है, मेरे पास सुंदरता नहीं है, all these external problems ना, if you sorry, if you go little above these things, then what you will see, why am I suffering this world? What is the goal of life? To say frankly, I am not qualified to talk about all these things because I myself never fear for death. I myself never fear that disease is going to come. I am not really afraid of next life. And if this life ends, immediately lot of suffering will be there. So this hovering, it is very difficult to get out of this. So, but by chance, by the mercy of how we will get these things in our life, I am just going to that directly by aligning with By aligning ourselves with God, that helps us overcome these sufferings. First, you will understand that these sufferings are there, right? Unless we align ourselves with God, we don't understand only that these sufferings are there. And just going to um, there are different problems. I just want to tell. What was explaining? वैदिक विजडम के बारे में बता रहा था ना. I was just telling that I don't have
प्रभु जी,
हाँ
पिछले पिछले संडे के क्लास से एक सवाल क्वेश्चन था, एक प्रश्न था।
हाँ बताओ बताओ गौरव.
प्रभु जी, जैसे पिछले दिन वो आपने कहा था कि खाने को लेकर के कि जैसे कि पेड़ पौधे में भी जीव जंतु होते हैं, मतलब उनमें भी जीव होते हैं, पेड़ में भी लाइफ
हाँ.
होते हैं। तो प्रभु जी, उस तरीके से तो सब्जी वगैरह कैसे हम खा सकते हैं? वो खाने में भी तो पाप हो सकता है हम लोगों को, क्योंकि उनमें भी जीवन है और उनको हम ऐसे खाते हैं तो।
जस्ट एक मिनट है. जूम कहाँ है? यहाँ. Just- तो आप क्या बोल रहे हैं गौरव? आप बोल रहे हैं पेड़ पौधों में.
जीव, उनमें भी जीव होता है, उनमें भी लाइफ होता है, तो अगर हम उनको भी खा रहे हैं ऐसे बना के या फिर कैसे भी करके, तो वो भी तो एक तरह का पाप हुआ, क्योंकि अगर उनमें जीवन है और उनको मार करके हम खा रहे हैं तो।
कि एक तरह से ना जानवर को तुम मारेंगे. फर्स्ट थिंग इज पाप क्यों है? क्योंकि इट फील्स लॉट ऑफ पेन, राइट? It feels lot of pain. That suffering you are giving to the animal. And plants doesn't feel pain. एक तो ये है. Because plants na they are in annamaya chetana, pranamaya chetana, and animals are in jnanamaya chetana. So animals will feel that pain. Okay. So now by cutting the branch, it will not feel pain. But cutting the hand of an animal, it feels lot of pain. So that is why you will get paap, sin, right? And next thing you may tell that I am not just cutting the fruits or this or that. See, if you these are allowed actually. जैसे ना भगवान ने क्या बनाया था? एक सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशनशिप बनाया था हमारे यहाँ पे इस जगत में. You cannot live independently. You have to depend on someone. From the goat ना you can take only excess whatever है. मतलब सबके पास ना whatever is there for their life, it is there, and they have some excess also, right? So जैसे क्या बोलते हैं, गोट कहाँ से हम ये निकालते हैं?
चर्बी.
चर्बी नहीं, क्या बोलते हैं, हम स्वेटर पहनते हैं ना, उसका
भेड़.
वूल. वूल कहाँ से आती है?
हाँ, शीप शीप
शीप के कारण ना. अब देखो, बाय टेकिंग, इफ यू डोंट टेक द वूल फ्रॉम द शीप, शीप इसका वूल इतना बढ़ जाती है that it cannot walk only, right? So you have to take out. So like that, everything in this planet has something for themselves and they have excess, right? We take only that excess. We will not and some plants, देखिए होता है एक क्या है वो प्लांट, कौन सा है?
धनिया.
धनिया. धनिया या धान होती है ना.
हाँ.
धान. और क्या बोलते हैं, रोटी किससे बनता है?
गेहूं.
गेहूं. गेहूं या चावल, इस तरह का प्लांट्स है. यू आर नॉट क्या बोलते हैं, किलिंग देम. दे विल डाई. दैट इज देयर लाइफ साइकिल, राइट? You are not killing them for yourself. They will die only in that season,
Right.
and they will give you that, right? So like Krishna has made some regulations in this life, in this world, that okay, whatever is available in excess, you can take that without doing any harm or without giving any pain. right? You don't need to give pain to an animal to fill your stomach, right? You can take the fruits because by that it will not get the pain, right? So mainly it is not about killing or ending the life, not like that. Whatever the way Krishna has given, that is, sometimes killing is also allowed, because before sacrifices used to happen, right? In that sacrifices, अभी तो सैक्रिफाइस जो भी हो रहा है वो तो बहुत इग्नोरेंस में हो रहा है. पहले जमाने में ब्राह्मण्स भी सैक्रिफाइस करते थे, जानवर को मारते थे. बट ना, that sacrifice, the result of sacrifice, the जानवर is get, the animal is going to get immediately the body of a human being without undergoing any other kind of suffering, right? That is the advantage for the animal, and that is the justification for this pain, right? Now, so we have to see why we are killing animals like that. So the main point, it all entire thing is boils down to how Krishna wanted us to live in this world. If we live according to those rules and regulations, no papa was there, no sinful activities there, and we don't need to. Sinful activities not killing the plant, are not taking the fruits. The sinful activity is taking anything without offering to the Lord. That is the great sinful activity, because we enjoy this world like ours, but we don't remember that it is Krishna's world. Kindly he gave us all these facilities, so we have to train ourselves to offer these things to Krishna, and then we can take it as our share. That much only we are allowed to take. समझ रहे हैं? So if we don't do like that, that is a sinful activity. आप समझ रहे हैं गौरव?
जी प्रभु जी.
Any other question?
नहीं अभी नहीं प्रभु जी.
हाँ, कुछ है तो बता लेना, ठीक है? So there are lot of slides, so many information, but I want to address directly the solution. The solution is, if you want to get the experience of these problems and to get out of the problems, 5 important things. A, for association of devotees, and then B, books, and C, chanting, diet, मतलब प्रसादम you can take, and then engagement or service. So if these 5 things become part of your life, then slowly you will come to goodness, and in goodness you will going to ask the question, and then because of that question you will be forced to enter into transcendence, right? Unless the question is not there, you will not enter into transcendence. That is the main thing. Okay, children. So with this, I want to end the class. So summary, I am just telling problems. 4 real problems we have seen. 3-fold miseries we have seen. Scientific solutions are superficial, and then Vedic wisdom. We have seen that if you follow God's laws, attain supreme destination. That is the main thing. So and we have seen this sinful activities also. 4 kind of sinful activities. Meat eating, gambling, ये सब चीजें. ठीक है? So okay, thank you very much all of you for joining. आप लेट हो गए तो गौरव क्यों लेट हुआ आज?
प्रभु जी ध्यान नहीं रहा, पढ़ रहे थे, फिर अचानक से याद आया कि आज तो क्लास होता है, फिर व्हाट्सएप खोले तो देखे कि आपका मैसेज था, तो फिर ज्वाइन किया.
अच्छा, इस बार से मैं बोलता हूँ बच्चों को रिमाइंड कर लेंगे आपको, ठीक है? जनरली कॉल करते हैं. कॉल किया था क्या आपको?
नहीं
नहीं, गौरव को नहीं किया.
हाँ?
गौरव को नहीं किया था.
अच्छा, क्यों?
ये ज्वाइन नहीं होते थे ना
पिछले क्लास ज्वाइन किए थे गौरव?
नहीं बता, फिर शो बोले कि तीनों को कॉल करना.
अच्छा, वैसे सबको कॉल नहीं करते ग्रुप में हम.
नहीं, जो लोग रेगुलर है तो
अच्छा,
आप बोले थे ना कि तो समझे.
पिछली बार तो फर्स्ट ही क्लास था, पहला ही क्लास था पिछले बार मेरा तो.
हाँ, इनका पहले क्लास पिछले बार था. ओके, पहले उनके पहले तो आपको आप जानते नहीं थे
हाँ.
ना? यस यस, अंडरस्टैंड. ओके फाइन. सो अच्छा, वन थिंग आई वांट टू आस्क, क्या है संयम, तो आप ये सब चीजें जानते हैं मुझे लग रहा है.
Little bit.
हाउ?
I've read Bhagavad Gita from YouTube. Basically.
अच्छा, यू नो अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग्स.
Really good. Not
ओके,
that much.
मतलब आई एम नॉट सीइंग दैट नॉलेज coming inside you today's class? Because I think you already know all these
Yeah,
things,
little bit.
right?
You can say little
So
bit.
what is the learning for you today?
We should not hanker about basically the problems which you should temporary
ये तो
problems.
पता ही है पहले से आपको.
We should if you want to get that permanent solution of life, then you have show the pathways we can follow.
That also you know already.
Yeah, Vedic association.
That you know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then what new thing you learned today?
You think can be that questions part that we have to put questions.
Okay.
We have if we have questions, then
You
we
don't know that point before?
not that clearly even that clear sense. So if we have questions, then only we will get solutions. That part.
If we have question, well, having the question is
Questions.
very important.
Yeah, very important.
Okay.
We should not
So-
imitate basically that we know everything. That there is God. If someone says that God is there, we should not say that yes, God is there.
Hmm.
We should not be a yes man
Yes.
directly.
Hmm.
We should ask ourselves that am I feeling that thing also? That part. The genuineness is there inside me about searching about that.
One thing I'm seeing, when you know a lot of information, we don't question. So knowing a lot of information also is dangerous sometimes.
Right.
So the questioning is very important in our life. So I don't know, I'm not criticizing or nothing, I'm liking. It is looking like you take a lot of information inside you.
Yes.
Maybe because you are a civil student or
Mm.
I don't know, whatever it is, you take a lot of information inside, which will create a barrier to get the knowledge actually.
Yes.
Because information means you know something about something superficial.
Superficial.
That's it.
Mm.
There are three problems in life. There are three sufferings, and there are four क्या बोल सकते हैं?
Real problems.
Four real problems are there. हमें पता ही है. आगे क्या है? बस आज क्लास में कुछ पता ही नहीं है हमें.
Yes.
Right? So we don't have a question. So information sometimes blocks our questions because we are satisfied superficially.
Mm.
So if you go deeper into the knowledge, then the urge for the more knowledge will come, and that helps you get that more knowledge. You can say like that,
Yes.
right? But if you are into the information, like if you say in engineering
Mm.
or in मतलब I don't know, in engineering also मेरा experience तो यही था. मैंने जब पढ़ा था किसी चीज के बारे में, मुझे जब तक वो समझ नहीं आया, मतलब उसका मैकेनिज्म क्या है,
Mm.
तो टच द कोर
Knowledge part.
हाँ knowledge part,
Knowledge
very nice you told that knowledge part. मतलब what is the principle based on which it is working. मतलब होता है ना, एक मशीन होती है,
Mhm.
why it is running. मतलब होता है ना, बहुत बार क्या होता है, एक लोकल मतलब दो तरह का टेक्स्ट बुक्स होते हैं. लोकल इंडियन ऑथर का होते हैं
Mm.
और फॉरेन ऑथर्स का होते हैं. तो इंडियन ऑथर का बुक मैंने एक देखा था, उसमें क्या है, मशीन मशीन है. मशीन में क्या है, एक वाइंडिंग होती है,
Mhm.
एक दो तरह का वाइंडिंग्स होते हैं, ठीक है. फिर इसके बाद एक कोर होती है, एक ये होती है, वो होती है. मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या है, तो इससे क्या होगा. मतलब आई एम नॉट गेटिंग सेटिस्फैक्शन. मतलब हाउ इट इज वर्किंग. आई रेड ए फॉरेन ऑथर बुक. व्हाट इज रिटन इज flux. When the flux is moving and it is cut by the magnetic field, magnetic flux is cut by the electric field or something like that is there, then current is generated, then motion is generated.
Motion.
Then matlab, then I got satisfaction. Okay, this is the principle, this is how it is happening.
Actually.
Now I'll come back. Okay, now ये जो वायर है उसको एक्सटेंड करके वाइंडिंग बनाया गया, और मैग्नेट्स के लिए अलग अलग कोर बनाया गया. दो तरह का कोर है, घुमाने के लिए कुछ सिस्टम बना दिया.
Mhm.
जो भी है, समझ रहे हैं आप लोग. तो many times we are satisfied with the external details. Okay, this fine, I know where is that. Well, we should not be satisfied like that.
Yes. Yes.
We should be मतलब that internal principle, मतलब what is there inside it. Knowledge part, that's very
Knowledge
nicely you have put it. Knowledge part, we need to aspire for it, And we need to aspire for all the experiences in Bhagavad Gita, not just some limited experiences.
Yes.
So then only we will be able to, एक तरह से बोल सकते हैं, then only we'll be able to achieve our goal, real goal of the life, right? So यही है मेरा आशा, आप लोग गीता पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, and then try for those experiences. What are those experiences that are given in Gita? Whether am I getting those questions? Am I getting those experiences? If not, if those experiences not, I'm not getting. Every human being has capacity to get those experiences, right?
Hmm.
So we are not getting means we are not using some faculty inside our body. So try to get those experiences. In that process, you are going to use yourself completely. जैसे बोलते हैं ना, realization, like
Surrender.
surrender नहीं, realizing our own potency or potential. You can understand like this. So aim for this knowledge, so we'll get success in our life. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, thank you so much, Gaurav and Sanyam.
Correct.
हरे कृष्णा. ओके,
हरे कृष्ण।
कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ लेना क्लास में, ठीक है? I'll send the recording, you can follow it. ठीक है गौरव, हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण।